Coming up next, the Jazz taking on the Pelicans. For the Jazz, they've won just 4 games out of their last 10, and they know they can do better. This team has talent, and they'll try to bring it together and get things back on track with a win. Pelicans, Jazz, the NBA on 2K Sports. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Alongside Craig Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Well, the Utah Jazz tries to keep their players happy by financially incentivizing them. Contract bonuses include on-the-court performance, physical fitness, and off-season workouts. The team's general manager said, to be a significant program, we need to be great defensively and with individual development. The bonuses are created with those goals in mind. Kevin?
Thanks, DA. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
You take a look at Ingram. He's on the cusp of the top 10 in the Western Conference voting.
So still a long way away from being named a starter, but the fans aren't overlooking what he's been doing this season.
And it seems like the anticipation just continues to build each year around this time of the season. Gonna be a fantastic weekend. Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Then it's Ball, and it's Hayes in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Utah, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Wood out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Ingles in at the 3 spot. And the Jazz start out with the ball. Ball against Conley. Passes it to Mitchell. 2 good rebounding teams here tonight, Steve. They rely on second-chance points.
Yeah, great offensive rebounding teams and teams that can put up second-chance opportunities. They control the pace by hitting the glass. So interesting to see who wins that battle.
And, Steve, if nothing else, just more shots, right?
Yes.
They'll just take more FGAs.
More possessions.
On offense, here are the Pelicans. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
Yes, the other team is feeding off that enthusiasm. You have to try and match that energy.
Ball against Conley. Here's Alexander Walker. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
Conley kicks to Wood. Now, here's Mitchell. He's guarded closely. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
It could have gone either way, but unfortunately for them, they ended up on the losing side of that score.
Outside Conley. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. It's blocked. Ball with a wide open look. Bangs home the trifecta.
And Ball has tremendous confidence in that shot. As soon as the pass hits his hands, he's ready to pull up.
Ball's knocked loose. Conley scanning the floor. The pass to Ingles. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Conley for 3. Another miss by Conley. So for the Jazz, their last game, a loss to the Warriors. Williamson, the pass to Alexander Walker. Ball kicks to Hayes. Conley against Ball. There's the dish to Ingram. And it's blocked. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Mitchell.
He's been playing a much bigger role in their offense over the past 5 games. It comes across in his usage rate, which has gone up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Here's Wood. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Another miss by Utah. Pelicans leading by 5. Williamson, the pass to Ball. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Ball. Williamson kicks to Ball. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And it's Williamson missing. Utah's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Conley finds Mitchell. To the inside. Here's Gobert. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
A much more physical player now than when he first entered the league. Gobert powering it home.
To the left wing. Here's Alexander Walker. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 3rd assist on the night. Now, here's Mitchell. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Gobert. Rebound by Alexander Walker.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did. A defense unto himself. Rudy Gobert regarded by his team as the Utah Jazz version of Bill Russell. And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
Oh, wow!
Already such a well-coordinated athlete for his size and age. Williamson bringing down the house.
Conley, the pass to Wood. Conley against Ball, and the basket is good.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
Pass to Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
The athleticism on display there. For as big as Williamson is, he moves so fast and so decisively.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. It's Wood, top of the key. Outside Conley. Passes it to Mitchell. Lets it go from deep. That shot misses. Now New Orleans will take it the other way.
I don't know how many shots he's missed this quarter, but they're going to have to find offense from someone else.
Now here's Williamson. Covered by Mitchell. Inside. And the dunk by Williamson.
And the defense learned a valuable lesson there. Don't let Williamson get to that launching pad around the rim.
Outside Conley. From deep. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Williamson's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we overanalyze things. Can be better to just let it go.
Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Bradley's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Thon Maker comes in for Christian Wood. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Joe Ingles. And Farrell's subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. The Jazz, number 1.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
Rivers with it. Dishes it to Williamson. There's the pass to Gortat. Stevenson against Anthony. Now Rivers. Bradley with some nice D.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Pelicans leading by 12. Stevenson passes the ball. Here's Williamson. New Orleans moving it around. He dishes it to Stevenson. It's stolen by Maker. Here's Farrell. He's covered by Ball. To stop the run, count it, good.
Working in that mid-range area. The analytics may not love it, but that's a good look for him.
He kicks it to Rivers. And Maker sends it back.
Watching him protect the rim, you never guess Maker's averaging less than 1 block a game for his career.
And the Pelicans under head coach Alvin Gentry, a team that looks to get out and run.
Reason why, GA, he was an assistant under Mike D'Antoni in Phoenix when the pace and space trend was just getting started. Also on the bench for the Warriors, and we know how they like to get up and down. That up-tempo style is what he preaches.
And he makes the first. Steve, there are certain players, as we know, who can really back you up and get you on your heels, and then they hit the brakes, and they hit you with a pull-up jumper. Very tough to defend.
Kevin, you said it best. Being able to hit the brakes and stop on a dime, I think is James Harden, Steph Curry, C.J. McCollum, Kyrie Irving. Those are some of those names where guys can go in fast pace, fast motion, then stop and pull up and be on balance and knock down the shot.
Now here's Rivers. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And here is Conley. Tries it from 9. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Williamson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Holiday surveying the floor. Pass to Williamson. Back to Holiday. Releases. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Jazz trail by 8. Here is Conley. In the corner, Farrell. Down low, here's Anthony. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
And it's Williamson missing.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Now here's Rivers. Not a lot of room. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And check out the numbers for Conley. His last 10 games, he's putting up about 12 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. Not bad numbers, but for a player of his talent, you have to think he can do more.
Well, sometimes even the best hit a little flat spot. It's natural. He'll get on a roll, and I think he'll be fine.
New Orleans making a switch here. Wallace is checked in.
You know, Austin Rivers, the 10th overall pick in the 2012 draft, has turned into a nice combo guard, having the ability to play the 1 and the 2.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Here's Holiday following the basket by Thon Maker. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Bucket is good. Now just a 2-point New Orleans lead.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Now here's Stevenson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Farrell. It's good. This game is all even.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Outside Holiday. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Conley, the pass to Bradley. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Bradley. Anthony's got 8 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Fires from 14. The shot by Holiday, no good.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Now here's Conley. 14 points from him the last game against Golden State. Carmelo Anthony getting it done for the Utah Jazz. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back to the action after this word. It wasn't an immediate star turn for Mike Conley in the NBA. He talked about that journey.
The ups and downs of injuries and early on in my career not being able to be consistent enough to be considered a top guard in the league and making myself work that much harder to get my game.
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Jazz. Maker out there with Bradley. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Conley. And it's Farrell in at the 2. Rivers kicks to Holiday. And that one hits back iron.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
There's a built-in respect for coaches who played in the NBA. The Jazz, Quinn Snyder, never made it that far. But as a point guard, he helped Duke make 3 Final Four appearances.
Now here is Holiday. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Pass to Farrell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Smitty Snyder, also an All-American in high school, 2-time Washington State Basketball Player of the Year in high school.
Led Mercer Island to a state title and then experienced coaching in college the G League, and abroad. He's a lifer, and he's been around the game far and wide.
Steve, the player tracking data is kind of an interesting thing. It's a big part of scouting now. In fact, AI can accumulate that right from the TV feed, which to me is amazing.
It is. I think if it doesn't distract or take away from our game, to have that type of information live and from a player being able to play in a game, I think is helpful for everything, for scouting, for, I would say, health reasons, for guys, conditioning. I love it, as long as it doesn't distract from the game.
That's a good point. It's stolen. And now here comes Conley leading the break. Maker, no one around him. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Hart. Utah with the rebound. Farrell's got his fourth rebound in this one. To the middle. Here's Maker. And the dunk by Maker.
You can fall in love with floating around the perimeter. I like it when Maker attacks the rim.
Holiday up top. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And that time, also a missed shot.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
The Jazz shooting their fifth attempt at the line in the game. And the Jazz with some changes. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Maker. Joe Ingles comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Mike Conley.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses.
And when you look at Utah, this team, year after year, seems to be more than a sum of its parts.
I like that they always look for guys with big-time character, unselfish, low-drama players, and there's a confidence with this group.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Got a piece of it. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Redick's got the ball, and the shot goes in. Alexander Walker's got 8.
This is just one of many areas where Redick has improved, reading the floor and finding his guys for good, quality shots.
Mitchell passes to Gobert. Back to Mitchell. Farrell looking around. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
To the paint, Redick. It's rebounded by Farrell. Farrell's got rebound number 5 here tonight. On the wing, Ingles. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Passes it to Nene. Kicks it to Redick. And there's the pass to Alexander Walker. Drains it from beyond the arc. Alexander Walker's got 5 points now this quarter.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Mitchell dishes to Ingles. Pass to Gobert. Over Nene. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Gobert bouncing off defenders, took a ton of contact and still scored.
Nene kicks to Redick. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Redick. Takes the 3. Gobert pulls it in.
And they continue to control the glass.
Here's Farrell, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
We've talked about it before. Unselfish, great awareness. Ingles willing to turn down the shot if someone can break free.
Here's Alexander Walker. 11 points for him in that last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Here's Farrell, covered by Redick. Here's Mitchell. The shot that time, not on target. Some solid defense there by Nene. To the middle. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
You know, for a while, Smitty, there was some talk of eliminating conferences altogether. But the East has begun to turn things around. It's starting to emerge again.
You know, Kevin, me and you have been around a long time. It's going to always flip-flop back and forth. It was the East and it was the West. And I think right now the East right now is turning that corner. In a couple of years, it'll probably be the dominant conference. I like the way it is. I don't want to see them eliminate conferences.
I agree. Good point. Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Hayes, he's checked in for Nene. Gortat has come in for Wallace. And Ball subbed in for J.J. Redick. And he's good on the second.
And you think of the resiliency of New Orleans. It feeds into the ethos of their sports teams, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Certainly the Pelicans have had their challenges too. Injuries, turnover, and leadership. You can't give up, though. I think that's something this organization and the fans can relate to.
And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. On Monday, they'll be facing off against DeMarcus Cousins and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And for that matchup with the Clippers, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
They may not get the spotlight, but the Utah Jazz are one of the best run teams in the NBA. They're run as a legacy trust. That means every dime of profit goes back into the team.
Ingram, he's checked in for the Pelicans. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Steve, you were talking about the reinvestment for the Jazz. An upgraded arena, new practice facilities.
Necessary moves, you know this, to stay competitive. The Jazz fans love their team, and they're showing that commitment in return.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's got 11.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
On the wing, Mitchell. It's rebounded by Hayes.
And he's missed every single shot he's attempted today, but somehow they're still in the lead.
Ingram kicks the ball. Passes to Alexander Walker. Ingram outside. The three-pointer, no good. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Utah. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 10. Here's Ball. And he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. The shot's good from Hayes.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
Farrell kicks to Mitchell. Here's Farrell. 12 points for him. High post, Gobert working on Hayes. 6 to shoot. Ball against Gobert. Another miss by Utah. New Orleans has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Jazz leading by 6. Here's Farrell. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Gobert the pass to Mitchell. Now the pass to Farrell. Gobert with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against Golden State.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle, he brought energy, and he brought it on the glass.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Pelicans shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw good from Hayes. Williamson is checked in for New Orleans. Hayes hits them both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Here's Farrell. He's got 12. Taken away by Hayes. Here's Williamson. Stolen by Mitchell. To the inside. Here's Anthony. Here's Bradley. No good there. Some solid defense from Ingram. Pelicans trail by 4. Over in the corner, Williamson. He kicks it to Ball. Ingram outside. 14 feet away, and that's good off the glass that time.
How ridiculous is Ingram? Just toying with the defense's emotions with that ball handle.
Mitchell dishes to Carmelo. To end the drought. Here's Bradley, and it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. Mike Conley's checked in for Farrell. And New Orleans also making a change. Stevenson's checked in. Utah calls timeout. Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of three-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting three.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more three-point field goal attempts takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the three. Work on your game and what's best for you.
While we've got a moment, let's now take a look at the teams that have the most second chance points on the season. The Jazz, number 1.
And that's the way they have to play in order to win. They've got rebounders, so they've got to go after those second and third opportunities whenever they can.
Conley against Ball. Just 5 to shoot. Conley, the pass to Anthony. The Jazz with another miss.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Here's Ball. The feed to Hayes. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
New Orleans shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Bradley deciding where to go with it to stop the drought. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
I got a feeling Donovan Mitchell will be watching this highlight over and over and over.
Ball, the pass to Williamson. Ingram outside. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Williamson kicks to Hayes. Pass the ball. Back to Stevenson. Now here's Hayes. Covered by Conley. Hayes dishes the ball. Out to Ingram. There's the 3. That shot off. So Utah will take it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Conley against Ball. Conley, the pass to Mitchell. And oh, what a play. He just palms the block. Here's Ball. They get it again. Here's Williamson from outside the arc. And the dunk by Williamson.
Second chance opportunities. Williamson explosive into the air with the touch and concentration to finish.
Anthony kicks to Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Conley against Ball. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
You see Ball there making the right read off that pick and roll. He really does excel at coming off for the shot. The D's going to have to fight over the top and force him to drive.
Now Conley. On the wing, Mitchell. From downtown, that's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Jazz. They lead by a bucket. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder, Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Well, I thought their turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy, and then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
You got to get more aggressive on the glass. Over the first half, we saw them being schooled down low. You know what I'm going to say, Ernie. Barbecue chicken. If I was coach in the locker room right now, they'd be getting an earful. Extra rebounding. Effort will pay off in other ways. The energy is really where it starts. Something like that, Ernie.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And here is Ingram on the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 2.
The size and reach of Gobert making him a tremendous defensive anchor, protecting the paint.
It's deflected. Here's Conley. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Conley's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Jazz. Ball, the pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Ball. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
There's just a feel that Ball plays with that really separates him from so many other players. He's superb at finding ways here to score in the paint.
Mitchell right side. The feed to Gobert. Pass to Wood, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Good find, and one of Gobert's advantages as a passer, he can see over everyone's head.
Ball against Conley. Now here's Ball. Defense right on him. Lets it go from the wing. It's hauled in by Wood.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
Gobert Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Gobert's got 6 points.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half. Well, if you ask Rudy Gobert, he's not focused on his individual matchup. His job is to anchor the entire defense. For him, it is a team game.
Conley against Ball. Outside Conley. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got 11 rebounds in the game. And for big men like Gobert, their impact felt by every offensive player on the floor, not just the man he's guarding.
Kevin, he's an elite shot blocker, but it's also the shots he alters. His presence alone creates doubt in the mind of shooters.
And here's Conley outside. Utah the rebound.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Pass to Mitchell. The 3. The offensive rebound. And the basket by Maker. Maker's got 6 points.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Ingram outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And it's Mitchell missing.
He really can't buy a bucket, but his teammates have his back.
And it's in there. And now it's just a 4-point Jazz lead.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Maker kicks to Mitchell. Out to Conley. Shot clock at 6. And Maker with the basket on the assist by Conley. Conley's got his 5th assist in this one. Doubled by Conley. Here's Hayes. Rebound, Utah.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Gortat's checked in for Hayes. Wallace comes in for Williamson. Hart, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. And it's Rivers in for Ball. The pass to Farrell. Outside Conley. The tray. Sinks the triple. 9 points in the game so far.
And the execution has just been off defensively here in the second. Play after play, it's almost as if they're a step slow.
Conley against Rivers. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And it's Gortat finishing it off.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
Conley against Rivers. Pass to Farrell. Back to Conley. Feeds it to Maker. And the dunk by Maker.
Few players in the league do a better job of finding the open man than Mike Conley.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's got 15. Wallace outside. Hits the target from 18 feet. Wallace has got his first points of the game. Jazz leading by 7. Pass to Farrell. Passes it to Gobert. Back to Farrell. Let's take a peek now here at the league leaders in rebound. 5th is Rudy Gobert.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
For Utah, they have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And he knocks down the first one. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for the Jazz. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Pelicans trail by 8. Outside Holiday. Now here's Gortat. It's Redick on the wing, covered by Anthony. Wallace. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Wallace has got his second bucket tonight.
Nice to see an assist by J.J. Redick, showing he can be a good secondary playmaker at the off-guard spot.
Offensive rebound. Here's Maker. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And Utah making a change here. Mitchell's checked in. That free throw good from Maker. And with Thon Maker still a developing project, you forget, Smitty, how young he really is.
You're right, Kevin. Has a lot of time ahead of him. You can see the touch and the length he has. Hopefully, he can keep working and put it all together.
Now, here's Redick. Kicks it to Rivers. Back to Redick. Holiday, the pass to Wallace. Outside Holiday. Just 4 to shoot. That's tipped from deep three-point range. Kept alive. Here's Wallace. And Maker sends it back. The dish now to Carmelo. Good on the bucket. Anthony's got 10 points in the game.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Mitchell looking it over. Over Redick. Anthony can't hit.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
Rivers dishes to Gortat. Redick up top. Rebound, Utah. Conley's got 4 rebounds now tonight. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
He's embraced it, Kevin. And he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself.
The first free throw is good.
And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley. He never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
Bradley's checked in for the Jazz. And New Orleans also making a change. Stevenson's checked in. And so Mike Conley nails both of them. And Greg, you talked to Conley. He'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Holiday against Mitchell. And the pass to Bradley. Mitchell outside. Three-pointer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Conley's got the lead up to 14 now for the Jazz. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Pelicans. Outside Holiday. Poked away. Stolen by Mitchell. Down low. Conley finds Anthony. Mitchell with it. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one is on Holiday.
I just don't know how you defend Donovan Mitchell. He's a dangerous offensive player, and he's learning how to get to the free throw line.
He misses the free throw.
Coming out of Louisville, Donovan Mitchell projected as a defender. He's a better ball handler and shot creator than people bargain for.
Christian Woods checked in for Maker. Nene, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Good on the second free throw. And you know, Smitty, he can play with the ball or off the ball. Utah's offense runs best with the ball in Donovan Mitchell's hands.
Yeah, reason why, Kevin, he draws so much defensive attention. Able to score what I love at all 3 levels. That creates open shots for his teammates.
He gets that one. Nene's got his first 2 points of the night.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game. Phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
Mitchell outside. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
Pelicans trail by 13. Nene scanning the floor. Holiday, the pass to Rivers. Holiday against Mitchell. Holiday goes in. Here's Gortat, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Yeah, what timing on the offensive glass. Gortat's length and physicality really come in handy in those spots.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. Fires the 3. Gortat with the rebound.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1-3, and that was in the first half.
That one a little long. Jazz leading by 11. Here's Mitchell. The step back jumper is good. Mitchell's got 10 points in the game.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
Now here's Stevenson. No points in the game yet for him. And it's Gortat finishing it off.
They have to push Gortat out of the paint. When you don't, these throwdowns will happen.
Mitchell against Holiday. Now, here's Mitchell. He's tightly guarded, and the layup falls. Mitchell's got 5 points now this quarter. Conley against Rivers. He kicks it to Holiday. Conley against Rivers. Back to Holiday. Lets it go with a three. Drops in the tray.
The problem for your perimeter defense, if you close hard on Holiday, he can put the ball on the floor and beat you that way.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Christian Wood. That's his first foul. And so it's Utah going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We come back right after this. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity, okay? On misses, you guys really run in space. Anyone can bring it.
Well, he's trying to get them to maintain that edge right now.
And solid advice from Coach Snyder, wanting his squad to remain engaged.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Joe Ingles is out there with Wood, and it's Bradley in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group right now for Utah. And that one is good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Ball dishes to Williamson. Stevenson outside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
At the line for the Pelicans, Lance Stevenson, taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. All free throws good from Lance Stevenson.
And this is Alvin Gentry's 4th stop as an NBA head coach. He's been working as an NBA assistant, get this, since 1988.
Over 3 decades in this league, a decade coaching in college, worked for and with so many legendary coaches. He's seen it all. So difficult to defend. Mitchell can stretch you out to 3, beat you at the rim, and everything in between.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Here's Ball. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Utah leading by 10. Wood passes to Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
A lot of great young players in this league. Donovan Mitchell has the edge and hunger right now.
Ball against Conley. Pass to Hayes. Back to Ball. Dishes it to Ingram. Just 5 on the clock. Can't cash in from the high post.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Wood kicks to Mitchell. Back to Wood for 3. From the arc. No good that time. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Hayes throws it down.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision-making.
Mitchell against Stevenson. And it's Mitchell missing. Pelicans trail by 10. And Ball slams it in.
And I tell you what, Ball has proven to be a threat to score whenever he has it. When he's feeling it, boy, the D is going to be in for a long night.
Mitchell outside. Another miss by Utah.
Man, at what point do you blame the play calling more than the player?
On the wing, Stevenson. Covered by Conley. Williamson. That ball. Nice feed that time from Stevenson. Stevenson's got 3 assists tonight.
And normal physicality doesn't get it done with Williamson. To stop him from scoring, you really have to up the ante and get him before he hits that launching pad.
Pass to Ingles. Back to Conley. Kicks to Ingles. Passes it to Wood. And here's Conley outside. Another miss by Utah. Pelicans trail by 6. Inside. The shot's good from Hayes. Hayes has got 4 points this quarter.
And this offensive explosion has narrowed the gap.
Utah calls timeout. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. The Jazz making a switch here. Gobert's checked in. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the last break, I heard Quinn Snyder talking with his team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go, guys.
Now, here's Mitchell. Gobert down low, working on Hayes. Ingles kicks to Mitchell. Gobert controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
He has a standing reach of 9'7". Gobert making that play look routine.
Ingram attacking. Knocked loose. Stolen by Michael Conley. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Pelicans trail by 6. And the dunk by Williamson.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Conley finds Mitchell. Back to Conley. Jacks up a 3. But they get it back.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here.
Mitchell with it. Now defended by Williamson. Another shot. And it's Mitchell missing. Here's New Orleans. They're on a 14-6 run. And the dunk by Williamson.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. Gobert the pass to Mitchell. Down low, Conley, and he banks in the layup. And the Jazz lead by 4.
I don't know what Coach told him at halftime, but he is shooting the lights out right now.
Here's Alexander Walker. Got a piece of it.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And the basket by Ingles.
They thought Ingles would be looking for the jumper. Instead, he puts his head down and makes a play.
Ball kicks to Ingram. Conley against Ball. They double him with Mitchell. Shot's good by Alexander Walker.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively. Conley
against Ball. Here's Mitchell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, he stands 6'3", but Donovan Mitchell's 6'11" wingspan more than compensates. He has the tools to be an elite two-way player.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And look at the physical profile for Mitchell, a world-class athlete.
And it's his aggressiveness for me that puts him over the top. Doesn't shrink from the big moments. He embraces that spotlight.
And Mitchell drops them both.
He was a part of that terrific draft class in 2017. Donovan Mitchell was somewhat unheralded, but may turn out to be the best of the bunch.
Shots good by Alexander Walker.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Mitchell outside. Gobert down low, covered by Hayes. And Gobert kicks to Conley. The pass to Wood. Gobert trying to get open. Oh, that's blocked.
And when Zion blocks it, you feel it. He's got this kind of power behind these swats.
Sometimes it's all about patience. His first three of the game, something to build on.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Utah Jazz. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Gobert. And no good that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Here's Ball. Score the basket, his eighth. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Mitchell outside. Out to Conley. Back to Mitchell. Fires for three. Ball with the rebound. Ball's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Williamson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Can't be this assertive with Williamson. He's already a pro at drawing you in and getting the call.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
And Williamson, a kid that's likely to reach his full potential, very coachable, absorbs instruction well, and really implements it quickly.
And so he hits both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Jazz trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
The drive by Mitchell, and it's denied.
What I like, he hasn't stopped competing despite the off night.
Some young players tend to defer in big moments. Not Zion.
Ball against Conley. Mitchell right side. They double team Conley. Back to Mitchell. Will it go? And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got 13 rebounds in the game. Pass eating.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
With their lead starting to stretch out just a little bit here late, they're in a prime position now to wrap this one up.
Utah calls timeout.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Zion Williamson.
He deserves a lot of credit, but
The D they played on him deserves a little bit of the blame as well. Even when he got hot, they didn't do enough, I don't think, to try and cool him off. And they've been passive when they've needed to be aggressive. And boy, did he make them pay.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots. Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Drops in the breakaway layup. And now it's an 11-point New Orleans lead.
Yeah, and Ball constantly looking for ways to come up with steals. Outstanding at covering a lot of ground with his overall length.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Wood. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Pelicans leading by 9. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. Teardrop shot, and Ball with the lay-in. Ball's got 14 points now in the second half.
And how clever is this guy? I mean, just no fear going with the soft, high-arcing floater.
And it's Conley penetrating. Here's Wood. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
The Pelicans shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Ball against Conley. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Here's Williamson. He kicks the ball. 59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Gobert with the block, and he gets it back. But they recover it. Pass to Alexander Walker. And here is Ingram. Clock at 6. They shoot again. Tipped away. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ingram touched it last. So Utah ends up going with the new group. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the fourth. To the left side wing. Deep 2 from Robinson. The Jazz again can't hit it. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And so the Pelicans now can just hold on to the ball. So New Orleans wins it. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.